Hi, I'm Bry Cox with BryCoxWORKSHOPS.com, and I have a great question today from Janine. And it's a bit of a long one. Let me just read it here really quickly. If you suddenly find yourself moving into the dream studio with an attached 2,000 square foot air-conditioned warehouse space, this is very specific. How would you recommend utilizing that? How would you set it up? 12-foot ceilings, a 40 by 50 foot room that has 4 windows on the west, a commercial garage door. Right, explore the different ways you would do both in a minimal way and with no expense spared, all without creating any permanent separation because I'm renting. Okay, so that's a mouthful. That's a very, very big question, and there isn't a quick answer, but I'll give you a quick answer. First of all, photographers are going to initially kind of lean to try to use those windows as natural light windows. The west wall is the wrong side. And honestly, I don't really believe in natural light for studios because everybody's face is different. Some people need to be lit from this side. Some people need to be lit from that side. Some photographers have a set system where they put the light on one side every single time, even if it's a strobe, and they're always shooting from that side. No, don't do that. Learn the face shape, right? I have a whole series on lighting and lighting like a master. That's the name of my series. It's on my website, BryCoxWORKSHOPS.com. So that's more important, lighting people custom. But to kind of answer, so one, don't use those windows as a natural light. I would kind of tend to just, I don't know, use them for view or even try to block them out of your studio depending on that. So here's the thing. Think of your space in terms of blocks, sections. Right? There's some sections that are going to have to just be in certain spots, and other sections are going to have to kind of fit around that. So here's some of the sections you need. You need a shooting room, okay? And for me, I've got I feel like it's like a medium-sized shooting room. It's not huge. I don't have a garage door where I can pull in vehicles. For that, I just rent a place if I ever need it. But it's big enough. I can get a good medium-sized family. I've got 12-foot ceiling. I guess probably not 12-foot ceilings. But what I've done is I put backgrounds all the way around, and they're easily interchanged and swappable, and I've rigged my own bars and things. Like, there's nothing like commercial about the way I've hung things. I've adapted it for my own space. So one, you need a shooting room, and as far as lights and gear, they probably need to be set up on that, and I'll give you some information on that in a second. The second thing you need is a sales room. And don't use your shooting room as a sales room, and don't have them adjacent, don't have them, right? What I like is to have, when people walk in, their first thing they see is like that sales room or the presentation room. That's where you're meeting with people. That's where you're showing them their proofs. That's where you're going through and having consultations. That needs to be immaculate, spotless, beautiful, right? And then you need like an area for changing, swapping outfits, especially senior girls come with like suitcases full of stuff. So you need racks, you need couches. For me, I have a big room for that. It is a very big room with a huge mirror. Bathroom for just clients, that's really extra clean and nice, right? And then I actually have a couple offices. I have one office, which is really, really clean, which is just for billing and running people's credit cards and things like that. And then I have my actual production office where I do retouching, and that has a series of computers. I have my main computer, I have my secondary computer, I have just a whole other computer over here, I have 2 more computers on this side. It's just a kind of this bank of computers, and that's where I'm working. That's where I'm doing my retouching and things like that. I don't recommend photographers have a big print area where they're printing and mounting and things like that themselves. For that, I would just use a supplier. So some of my big suppliers, my favorite suppliers, White House Custom Color, it's WHCC.com. They're a big sponsor of mine, and they're a sponsor because I love them and I've always used them, and I love their customer service and their product quality. So years ago, I had problems with labs because their chemicals would go up and down, and their printers would try to chase the color, and then I'd get inconsistent results, right? And my big belief is I'm going to shoot things right on the money, and I'm going to send perfect files, and I want things to come back perfect. And the nice thing about White House is they are right zero, right? And they don't touch your files unless you click, yeah, retouch, do whatever you want, correct, color correct. I don't check those because I know my files are going in perfect, and they're going to run through the machine and get shipped right back out to me, and everything's going to come back looking beautiful. So one, quality control, just pay to have all that kind of stuff done for you. Outsource, 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 because outsourcing is the best kind of sourcing. That's a quote from The Simpsons. So, right, think in those areas, and you don't have to have things all like hammered into walls and things like that. It can all be very mobile. And then the next thing is think of logistics of flow of people. So when they come into my projection room, my sales room, and I have a projector and a screen and a little computer in that room just for doing sales, right? Think of that space and how much of a throw space do you need from the projector to a screen, and how big of a screen can you get there, and distance from the couch to that screen, and how are you going to decorate that area? Think about that. Think about the flow of people when they come to your studio. Studio, I try to keep it as clean as possible, and everything like kind of put away, but still, guess what? I got chairs, I got stands. It's not going to be as clean as, say, my sales room. So I keep those kind of areas separate, right? Packaging, materials, things like that, that's kind of a dirtier area, where meeting with people is a cleaner area. So try to figure out ways to segment all those things. And then for gear, you can call my friend Melanie at Arlington Camera, and I'll put a link to that. But as far as lights, tripods, cameras, gear, I mean, she just knows right off the top of her head all of my favorite model numbers for everything. So if you're looking for gear, just give her a call. And let me know what you do with your space. I'm very curious. And if you, America, photographers, if you have any questions or anything you'd like me to answer, send them to me. Post them below the video. Send them to me as a message. Go to my website, BryCoxWORKSHOPS.com. And until next time, America.